welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Today I just wanted to do a get ready with me video so you guys can see this whole look entirely. The eyes were kind of the main focus, but I did do a talk through and show you all the products. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. Okay, so first step, I'm gonna prime my face. I'm just taking a Real Techniques. This is actually a pointed foundation brush, but I'm actually going to use it to apply my primer today. So first, I'm going to go in with the, see if you can see it, the Cover FX Blemish Treatment Primer. I just have a few blemishes on my face that I want to help cover up. This acts as a primer, and it actually helps to clear up your acne as it acts as a primer, which is pretty nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush a thin layer onto my acne, or acne spots. And this is not meant for your whole face, it's just meant to do spot treatment. And you want a very thin layer so it dries nice and thin. It doesn't come up when you're either using your brush or your sponge. You just need to let it dry. Then I'm going to take a tiny dab of Benefit Porefessional. Let's see if I can, there we go. Using that same brush, I'm just going to focus this on my larger pores on my cheeks. And I think I did forget to mention, I already cleaned and moisturized my face. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in, this is an extra step, you do not have to do this, this is just me being a diva, I guess. I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox primer water. I'm just gonna spritz that all over. And while that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and shake my foundation. Today I'm using the L'Oreal Paris 24-Hour Infallible Pro Glow in number 202. And if that happens to be just a tad light, I might go in with my Makeup Forever HD foundation stick. I'm just letting this dry. Okay, and I already dampened my beauty sponge, so that's all ready to go. So I'm just gonna shake this one more time, and I'm just gonna place this on the back of my hand and then dab it on my face. Make sure you don't forget your neck. Okay, and whatever I have left on the back of my hand, I'm just going to take that on my beauty sponge and just start blending. Make sure you go on your ears if necessary. You know what? I think I might just do a couple swipes of my Makeup Forever stick. So this is in the shade 120. And I'm just gonna go a couple on my neck, maybe one on my chin. I'm just gonna blend this out. This just gives me more coverage, closer to my skin tone. Mainly about the coverage. Just make sure it's all blended. I take my time when blending, because I want to make sure it looks flawless and all blended. Okay, pretty much done. Okay, so next step is going to be concealer. I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. I'm almost out of this. Need to get more. Sorry, my cat is right behind the camera. Come here, baby. So I'm doing my under eyes, my chin, Cupid's bow, center of my nose, and then my forehead. And then just to lighten it up just a tad, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl High Definition Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelain. Looks like this, or sorry, like this. And I'm just going to do a little bit under my eyes. Just to lighten it up just a bit. Oops. Just a tad everywhere else. Okay. So now I usually do, I don't know why, I'm just going to spritz my beauty sponge with my primer water. Shake that off. My cat is making a mess behind the camera. Okay, and once I feel like it's dry, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to blend it out. And I do take it to my eyelid because it acts as a primer. And just make sure that this is flawless and blended. And I do tend to look up when I blend under my under eyes just so it helps prevent creasing. And right before I do my other eye, I'm going to spritz the sponge again. And just let it dry real quick. And then I'm going to go in and do that eye. Same exact way. Pouncing up and down, pouncing up and down. I'm going to do my eyelid. And again, I'm looking up. Forehead. I'm just picking up my side mirror just to make sure everything is blended nicely. And it looks good to me. Okay, so while the concealer dries, I'm gonna take my Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in number 3. And it comes with 2 ends. Let me see if I can. First end is a spoolie, which I love. And the second end is the pencil, the actual product. Looks like that. So first I'm gonna pick up another handheld mirror while I show you guys. And I'm just gonna spoolie my eyebrows. Just give them a nice brush. And to the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to take the actual product and start filling them in. This pencil is so easy to use. It's the only brow product that I use as of right now, and that I've only been using, that I only use for the past few months. And I just fill in my brows. I don't do anything crazy. I just go with the way they flow, and I just fill them in just to give them a little bit more fuller look. And if you ever put too much product in one spot, this spoolie really helps even it out and brush it out. Okay, looks good to me. Like I said, I don't do anything crazy. I just fill them in. Okay, then I'm going to take that beauty sponge and just dab again onto my under eyes. Then I'm going to take my RCMA powder, and I actually got this dollar storage container and I dumped my RCMA powder in here. It's so much easier to get out. So I'm just going to take my damp sponge, dip it into the powder, and then press it into my under eyes, or the places that I applied that concealer. I'm going to dab it one more time. Do the other eye. And I'm just going to take a little bit more and do my forehead. A little bit more on my chin. Okay, so under eyes are set. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is jump to the eyes. So I'm just going to grab a couple brushes. And today we're just going for a nice warm eye look. I'm only going to use a few colors, nothing crazy. So first I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. It's a very light orange. Kind of reminds me of like an orange dreamsicle. So I'm going to take my Sephora airbrush crease. Looks like that. Tap off the excess. And I go right into my crease. And I'm going to go all the way into the inner corner, because we're going to put one solid dark color on my actual lid. So go ahead and bring that into the inner corner. So it's just a hint of a transition color. We're going to go in with another one in just a minute. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. This eye looked a little lighter, so I'm just going back in with some more, just so they're even. Okay, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but I promise you there's some product in my crease. Okay, next I'm going to take my favorite palette of all time, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Gotta be careful with mine, because like I've said in previous videos, one of my colors, the Cypress Umber, is completely destroyed. So next I'm going to take this orange right here, the burnt orange, and work that into my crease. Tapping off the excess. And I'm going to work that into my crease. So it's going to start getting a little bit more intense, a little bit darker. That's what you want. It might look like that. So I'm going to take some more on that same brush and go into the other eye. Okay, looks about right. Now I'm going to take the Airbrush Shadow by Sephora. Looks like this. And I'm going to go into that Cypress Umber color. It's a dark brown. And a little goes a very long way. So I'm just going to pack this onto my lid. And I go in light at first because this color can be intense real fast if you use too much product. So I'm going to pick up some more. So I have some packed onto the lid. I'm just going to take a clean, actually no, I'm going to use that same brush because it probably still has some of that orange. And I'm just going to start blending right into that crease. Okay, I'm going to go back in for more of that brown. I'm going to go back in with that brush and blend it out again. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back into this palette and I'm going to take the darker, let me see if I can do this, the darker orange Real Gar, and I'm going to work that in there as well. Just got some of that on my brush, tap the extra excess, and then I'm just working that in, mainly in the corner, but feel free to drag it all the way through. It should start looking something like that. So now I'm going to go and focus on the other eye. So I'm going to take that shadow brush and pack on the brown, the Cypress Umber. Just blending it out. I think I might pack it one more time, pack more, a little bit more color of the brown in there, and then I'm going to go in with Real Gar, and then we'll be done. Okay, and I'm going to take some of that darker orange. It's going to look like that. Okay, I'm going to put on some eyeliner and some falsies, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I applied some eyeliner and some falsies. I used the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in black. And then I used Ardell Wispies, Demi Wispies. And the glue that I used is the Duo Brush On Adhesive. It's my favorite. It dries on clear, so you can't even see it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the lower lash line. So we're going to smoke that out with the colors that we used to do the lid. So I'm going to go in with Burnt Orange first. I'm just going to work that into the lower lash line. Okay, so it's going to look a little bit like that. Then I'm going to take some of that Cypress Umber, just a tiny, tiny bit of that. almost dropped it. Okay, so it's gonna look a little bit like this, and I think on the corner I'm gonna take some of the darker orange, the Real Gar, if I'm saying that correctly, and I'm gonna work that in the corner. Okay, the eyes are done. The last step that I'll do for the eyes will be the lower lash line, like the lashes, but I'll do that as a last step. So next, I'm gonna take a buffing brush by Real Techniques. I'm gonna grab my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and I'm just gonna bronze up the face, tapping off the excess. I'm gonna go up on the temples, my forehead, and then back to my cheeks, my cheekbones, trying to bronze those up. I'm gonna do my jawline, work it down my neck. And I just want to make sure that my cheeks are fully blended out. Okay, once that's done, then I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. Let me just grab that. Looks like this. Gonna take my Milani blush in Luminoso. Looks like this. Sorry, my cat is hitting the camera. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. My little Benny was behind the camera and he was knocking on it, so it was messing up a little bit. Okay, so back to the blush. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Kabuki. Just tap right into that, swirl it a little, tap off the excess. And I work it into the bronzer. And I go very light with the blush. I'm not crazy about blush. Just a little touch of color. Okay. Then I'm gonna take another Real Techniques brush. This is the setting brush. I'm gonna take my Becca Champagne Pop. And I'm very lightly gonna highlight. I go lightly on the brow bone, a little on the forehead, and I'm going to go back to the high points of my cheeks, and I'm just going to work this in. So just very light kind of highlight today. And you know what? I think I'm gonna, sorry, my nose itched. I'm gonna take a tiny brush and put an inner corner highlight. So I think I'm gonna go back to the Anastasia palette and take a little bit of tempera and Vermeer, mix those two together and stick those in my inner corner. Just a little, nothing crazy. Just brush the excess on under my brow. And that works for me. Just a little inner corner highlight. Okay. So on a typical day, I usually don't do anything with my lips except for like a chapstick or a tinted chapstick. So today I'm not going to do anything with them. So the last step in my routine would be doing my lower lashes. So I'm going to go ahead in with the Benefit Roller Lash, my go-to ride or die product, my mascara product. The brush looks like this. It has like a slight curve to it. And we're just going to go ahead and do the lower lashes. Just gonna go one more time and get some more product and do the other side. Okay, so the makeup is done, and the last step that I would do would be to spray, like a setting spray. I'm basically out of my Urban Decay Chill makeup spray, so I might try to work some of this out, or I'll just use my Smashbox primer water. But let's see if I can make these bad boys dry so I can go ahead and spritz. So a little's coming out. There we go. So I got the last bit of it. And you just let that dry and your makeup should be set for all day. Just trying to get it to dry. I think I've got a little bit too much in my cheek, so I'm trying to get it to dry. Take out my hairpiece. My hair's a little crazy today. But this is the finished look. Just a nice, simple, warm tone kind of look. But that's everything for today. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe with a B. Give it a thumbs up and let me know if you guys have any comments or thoughts. You can go ahead and do that down below. And again, I will mention all the products down in the description box, everything that I used today. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for watching.